Alright, so on Bellringer 27, it says Ava puts money in her lunch account at school. Part A, what does point A represent in this context? So, to go to point A, I need to figure out what A means in this context. So point A is located at ordered pair 6, 2. But we need to know what that means about Ava and the money in her lunch account. The 6 comes from the x-axis, correct? So what label is on the x-axis? What label is on the x-axis? Number of days. So this is days. And then 2 comes from the y-axis, and what label is on the y-axis? Money in lunch account. So I'm gonna just put a dollar sign. So it says, what does point A represent in this context? After 6 days, do you see how I'm getting that? Ava has, what, $2? $2 in her account. Are you okay with part A? So the reason, here again guys, you have to know how to do an ordered pair in order to answer these type of questions. Part B says, what does point B represent in this context? So I'm going to go to point B, and I'm going to find the ordered pair for point B. So that is at point 3, 4. So we're at point 3, 4. The 3 comes from which axis? The x or the y? X. So if it's on the x-axis, the 3 is days or money? Days. So 3 days. And the 4 comes from which axis? The y. So is that the days or the money? Money. So after 3 days, Ava had $4 in her account. Part C is, I have no idea what that question is. Part C, it says, what does point C represent in this context? So I'm going to go to point C. And this ordered pair is going to be point what? So if I go down to the x-axis, what number is right there? 0. And then what is the y? 6. Which one is my days? The 0 or the 6? 0. So this is my days. And then the 6 is my money. So my day is 0. So at day 0, isn't that her starting point? So at the start, day 0, Ava had $6 in her account. Problem D, oh, I got an extra copy over here. Problem D, place a point on the coordinate grid that represents that Ava had $1 after 8 days. So we have $1 after 8 days, and we need to put this in our order, our coordinate grid. So on part D, we have $1, 8 days. Which one of these is gonna be my X, the $1 or the 8 days?
8 days.
8 days, so this is my X, so X, and then that's my money, that is my Y. So when my X is 8 days, she has $1, and we're gonna label that D, don't we? Yep. Then part E, place a point on the coordinate grid that represents that Ava had $5 after 2 days. So, $5 after 2 days. Which one is my X, the 5 or the 2? The 2, because X, days is on my X-axis, so days over here has to be on my X-axis, and then that is my Y. Because on my Y-axis, isn't the money listed on my Y-axis? So we have to do, so point 2 days, $5, point E. Go ahead, me too.